What's up, guys? It's Benny. The Trump administration is responding finally to even what the New York Times calls the massive fraud that has swamped Minnesota's social services system. Your tax dollars flooding into the hands of Somali pirates in order for them to live lavish lifestyles, to steal your money, to send it back to Muslim terrorism in Somalia, and most importantly, to humiliate you as the American taxpayer. The administration is finally locking up these Somali fraud pirates that inexplicably we brought into our nation. Nobody ever explained to us why this had to happen or how this was supposed to make our nation better. When you bring in a culture whose sole primary occupation is piracy, a culture that has a very high inbreeding coefficient, child bride, sectarian, tribal warfare, Sharia law. Has anybody ever explained why this was supposed or how this was supposed to work? These things are illegal in America. Fraud is illegal in America. Kash Patel sounding off, saying that the FBI is now looking to potentially indict hundreds, if not thousands, of Somalis, and that denaturalization and deportation proceedings must happen. And other members of the administration, current and former, are now sounding off. Very important people, very young, clear-eyed individuals. Elon Musk saying that Tim Walz needs to be prosecuted. Obviously, Elon Musk was in charge of Doge. He saw all of this, and Elon Musk has said time and time again that this is something that is endemic. This is something that he uncovered day after day after day at Doge. Stephen Miller here saying, imagine seeing the colossal Somali welfare fraud in Minnesota and not realizing the Democrats have been committing election fraud on an equally staggering scale. Stephen Miller also saying, why was it that we brought infinity third world criminal aliens to our nation? Should somebody write an alternative historical novel where Americans are the first to master the automobile, first in flight, first to harness the atom, first to land on the moon, but we just kept going and never opted to open our borders to the third world for 60 years. Yes, exactly. Stephen Miller saying, I just watched Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra Family Christmas with my kids. Imagine watching this and thinking America needed infinity migrants from the third world. So Stephen Miller, third world posting. We could be living in a utopia. Yes, the responses to this. I've been reliably informed that the Somali Leering Center teaches these two all did it first. That's right. Yeah. Stephen Miller has been just absolutely top notch on all of this. We'd probably be $30 trillion less in debt. That's exactly right. Correct. What are you doing about it? Where's Tim Walz's mugshot? We saw Donald Trump's fake crimes. Everybody asking the same thing. What are you doing about it? Stephen Miller saying specifically that all the Somalis need to go.
We got Haitians now on the gravy train, not just eating the dogs and cats anymore.
Well, first of all, regarding the situation in Minnesota, and by the way, not just Minnesota, we have Somali refugees that were dumped here by Democrats in Ohio and Massachusetts. Let me just say, we should not be shocked when you import a population whose primary occupation is pirate, that they are going to come here and steal everything we have. Somalia has this giant coastline, and the only industry they have created after hundreds of years is piracy, stealing what anyone going through who has actually built something has made. So yes, the pirates have stolen all of our money, and they have to go home, Jesse. That's the situation we're in right now.
Well, let's do that. Let's make that actually happen. Stephen Miller describing how that has to happen.
Why are they engaged in all this? What is their objective here? It's the Somalification of America. In other words, when you see the state of Somalia, that's what they want for America at the end of the day, because it's easier to rule over an empire of ashes than it is for the Democratic Party to rule over a functioning, Western, high-trust society with a strong middle class. Look how powerful the Democrat Party became in Minnesota once they flooded it with the 100,000 Somalians. Once the elections were decided, right, by clan rivalries and ethnic feuds. Once that happened, the Democrat Party became permanently powerful in Minnesota. They became permanently powerful in the Twin Cities. That's their model for America, to make the whole country into a version of Somalia. And everything they do gets down to that. So when you ask me what I'm thankful for, this Thanksgiving, I praise God every day that Donald Trump is our president.
Deportations. The potential next president of the United States, the vice president of the United States, J.D. Vance, sounding off as well. What's happening in Minnesota is a microcosm of immigration fraud around our system. Politicians like it because they get power. Welfare cheats like it because they get rich. It's a zero-sum game, and they're stealing both money and political power from Minnesotans. This dude's done more useful journalism than any winners of the 2024 Pulitzer Prize, says J.D. Vance of here, Nick Shirley, uncovering Somali fraud in Minnesota. Obviously, one of the most viral videos in the world, one of the most viral videos ever posted on X. If you haven't seen it on Nick's channel, go subscribe and give it a watch. The Secretary of Labor saying, thanks to Ilhan Omar, these politicians helped aid and abet fraudsters. Minnesota fraud network has grown into a massive scale, completely unchecked. Enough is enough. President Trump does not tolerate criminal activity in our national welfare system. The accountability is coming for everybody involved. Strong statements. The response to J.D. Vance here is, well, do something, right? This is the wholesale response to the entire federal government right now is enough tweets, right? Go do something. We want doors kicked in. We want raids. Cash should already have a task force. This investigation should not have had to be done by a YouTuber. Do not diminish Nick. He does great work. It brings shames on the FBI and DOJ. Nobody is doing this. Do you people want to be podcasters, or do you want to do real jobs? I'm glad this is being fleshed out, but can we please get some messaging as to why it's so difficult to prosecute or deport fraudsters and accomplices? Keith Ellison and Ilhan Omar, is it state jurisdiction thing? You are being slow walked in the administration. So many questions. Could you get Pom Bondi to prosecute one of them? Yes, right. We need mass raids, and we need them now. Re-migration, please go home. These are the responses to JD's tweet. If this were a red state governor, the media would be calling for the resignation. Tim Walz should resign as well. So what are you guys going to do about it? 48. Besides tweet, write letters, and raise money, what are Republicans going to do about what was exposed? Please, come on, do something. Well, this is the state of the entire internet right now. We couldn't agree more. And that's why we're spending my entire Sunday making phone calls to the administration asking, what the hell exactly are you doing here? Because 50% of our income is being stolen in order to pay for Somalian children to have Bugattis here in America. Nobody can afford houses. It is like people are going to lose trust in the system and lose it at an accelerated and unsustainable pace unless something happens now. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.